Town Hall 12 just finished upgrading to Town Hall 13. I'm going to tell you guys how I like to get started at Town Hall 13. This also means Season 2 of the 4-1 Let's Play begins right now. Town Hall 13 can be a very tricky town hall. A lot of these buildings and even some of these traps need to be upgraded twice to be maxed out for Town Hall 13. That makes things a little bit lengthier, but we had recent cost and time reductions, which should help out with that. Also at Town Hall 13, we are getting a brand new champion, the Royal Champion. To unlock her, we need to upgrade our Hero Hall here. So we have an 8-day upgrade to get the new champion. That's going to be top of our priority list. Just for the record, I will put this progress base down there in the description and pinned comments so you guys can have it if you need it. But we need to get the Hero Hall upgraded as soon as possible. And before we get started on any upgrades, I actually want to take a look at our magic items so we can kind of plan ahead for that. Here on the Town Hall 13, we don't have a ton, but we do have some magic items available to us. We have a Book of Building, which is really nice, a Book of Heroes, along with a Rune of Dark Elixir. Those are going to be really, really valuable. We also have a Hammer of Fighting, Hammer of Building, and a Hammer of Spells. That Hammer of Building is going to come in really, really clutch here. Now, there's two buildings that I like to personally do right out of the gate. I mean, previously, it would be drop that Royal Champion down, but now since we have to upgrade the Hero Hall to get that Royal Champion, we need to get this Hero Hall. It's 9 million for 8 days, but there's another building I really like, and it's the Clan Castle. It's 10 million for 6 days, but getting that extra 5 housing capacity in there is really, really nice. But we also have our laboratory for 6 days. We also have the barracks, which unlocks Dragon Rider. We also have the Dark Barrack, which unlocks the Apprentice Warden. We also have the Spell Factory for the recall spell, and then obviously the blacksmith to get some new levels. So which of these are going to be high priorities? Not to mention our army camps need to go up so we can get to 300 housing space. Well, for me, the top priority is going to be the Hero Hall. We have 9 million for 8 days. And what we're going to do here is either way, we're going to have to spend some elixir. We're going to have to reduce some time. I'm going to go ahead and save 1 million elixir by going ahead and using the elixir to upgrade that. And then that Book of Building we saved to unlock the Royal Champion. Yeah, that's nice. Now, if you notice, our Minion Prince, he was a little bit lower level because this is right after the Minion Prince first came out. So I'm not really worried about getting the Minion Prince upgraded. Here at Town Hall 13, I'm primarily a ground attacker. If you're an air attacker, I definitely recommend getting the Minion Prince up. But for me, I'm primarily a ground attacker. So I'm really going to focus on those ground units. We'll talk about heroes here in a little bit because we definitely want to get some more hero upgrades going because we have some Dark Elixir going. But it's also tricky because it is CWL week. So there's a little bit of balance in there. Now, luckily, we do have a 5-day boost. So the Royal Champion will be boosted up to max level for us right out the gate. However, her hero equipment, not so much. So it's a little bit of a trade-off there. And stick around. We'll talk about hero equipment a little bit later because we do actually have the Rocket Spear already unlocked for the Royal Champion because we just grinded out the event when the Rocket Spear was available. Now it's available when we have her unlocked. So we'll talk about hero equipment in a little bit. And then, of course, we need to place down our 4th hero banner here. We're going to go ahead and just put that over there. I'm not really worried about having the heroes over here like I normally would because all the hero upgrades run through the Hero Hall. Now, what I want to do next is I personally love getting the Clan Castle up. I think it makes a big impact in there, getting those extra troops right out the gate. Also on defense, getting them right out the gate. I think this is a really nice thing. So I am a big fan of getting my Clan Castle up right out the gate. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that Hammer of Building on that Clan Castle. That way we can go ahead and get that done. We do want to get our laboratory up as well. We do need a little bit of elixir, but I think we should have a little bit of elixir laying around. Yeah, we got a little bit of elixir laying around. So we want to go ahead and we want to get our laboratory upgrading as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade that laboratory for 6 days. And if we want, we can research in here. The only upgrade we have left is a wall wrecker, which we might as well drop that in there while it's going ahead and upgrading. But now you can go ahead and you can upgrade and research at the same time. So that's a really nice little feature. But we'll talk about the lab in a little bit, and I'll tell you guys what I like to upgrade in the laboratory and why here a little bit later on in the video. Now, as far as our other elixir buildings, the barracks unlocks the Dragon Rider. That's up to you. If you want to be an air attacker and use dragons, that's great. But like I said, at Town Hall 13, I love ground armies, and I'm going to show you the best ground army that works at Town Hall 13, 14, 15. It's so strong. We're not going to worry about the Dragon Riders right now. It's not a huge priority. And then even with the Dark Barracks, the Apprentice Builder is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's an over huge necessity that we need to go out and worry about getting that elixir up right now. And then same thing with the Spell Factory. I like never use recall spells. A lot of this is personal preference on what you attack with, what you use. A lot of it goes with that. But for me, these things just aren't super high priorities just because I don't use them a ton. Our other offensive building, the blacksmith, upgrading it actually isn't going to give us more levels, but it will give us the healing tome, and the healing tome can pair really, really nicely. But it's not like end of the world if you don't get it. But I definitely would like to have the healing tome. But again, we're also really low on elixir at the time being, so that's going to be something we're going to work toward. But honestly, after I get Clan Castle, Hero Hall, Laboratory up, I think for me, it's going to be army camps next. Getting those army camps up so we can have more space in our army is going to be massive. It's going to be huge. I think getting the army camps up has to be a really high priority. For me personally, it's going to be one of the top priorities. I guess I see him waving. Let's go ahead and let's assign him to that wall wrecker just because we can. I should have hit that checkbox. Yeah, so army camps are going to be really good. Another building like the army camps, the workshop, that's going to be up to you. For me, I have a ton of accounts I can donate to myself. I'm not worried about getting the siege barracks unlocked, but if you don't have a clan where you can get donations, perhaps you consider getting the workshop. But for me, that's one of the end priorities. It's not really a high priority. The storages are really, really interesting here because you do get a lot of storage space here. You get 1 million per level. But with that being said, if you're not really popping a lot of runes, you don't have a lot of runes to use, it's not that big of a deal. We do have a rune of dark elixir, so getting that 60,000 capacity for the dark elixir storage will actually be very helpful. But I think getting to these army camps and stuff is going to be really, really huge as well. So again, for me, I think it's going to be Hero Hall, CC, Laboratory, and then all 4 army camps will be up next for me. And then maybe I start working on the storages. Maybe I start working on the barracks. I think dark elixir storage is definitely a priority just because we get that capacity and we do have that rune. But a lot of this can just kind of wait. Let's go ahead and let's talk about defenses because we have all these defenses and a lot of them have to go up twice. But we also get some new defenses in here. First off, we get a couple of new traps in here. We get a bomb. It's a little baby bomb. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. Doesn't use up a builder, so we'll go ahead and we'll use that. We get a spring trap. We can use that, throw that over there. These are all really cheap, easy upgrades we can go ahead and get going. There's 2 elephants in the room, right? And if you elect to buy those packs, don't forget to use code BASH. That's always good. But I think we're going free to play throughout this Town Hall 13 Let's Play again. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the scatter shots down right away. I think the scatter shots make a really, really big impact on attacks. Also, I'm kind of lacking in loot elsewhere. So this is something that I can go ahead and I can drop down on my base that will have an immediate impact and also be very, very effective, but also let us get those builders going. We do need to get the 6 builder. I know I've been procrastinating on that, but we really do need to get the 6 builder. So get those scatter shots down. And then like, it's pretty much normal like upgrades there. You want to get your Eagle up. You want to get your Infernos up. I'm pretty sure Expos go up twice here. I personally love hidden Teslas. I think Wizard Towers are good. This is kind of the order like I'm going to do my defenses just for the record. And traps I kind of do like as needed. A lot of these traps go up twice. Bomb towers can maybe even be done before cannons, to be honest with you. Like maybe bomb towers before cannons could be good. But scatter shots up to level 2. Eagle, Infernos, Teslas. I just personally love Teslas. I think a good Tesla farm can really ruin an attack. And then Expos, Wizard Towers, air defenses, kind of in that order there as far as the defenses go for me. So that's just my personal preference. Since we do have a couple of builders here and we do have that book of heroes, I think this account may get put in CWO. So I definitely want to make sure I have heroes available. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upgrade Archer Queen right here. We'll use that book of heroes that we have. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop Royal Champion down. Since her equipment's all level 1, I'm just going to worry about leveling her up. I know we do get that boost, but the equipment makes a big difference. Also, we have Minion Prince. We can kind of use him instead. So it's not as big of a deal there. And then with that one little baby builder we have left over, we can work on these little traps we got, like, you know, the bomb, the spring trap. We can just kind of put that to work on those. But let's talk about the laboratory. Let's talk about hero equipment and talk about what I like to upgrade in there. So when our laboratory finishes upgrading, this is what it's going to look like. These are going to be the upgrades that are going to be available. And for me, there's some really obvious choices in here just based on what I like using. What you like using might be different, but there's this one attack that you can really use at 12, 13, 14, and 15, and 3-star almost, if not any base in Clash of Clans. And it's the Yeti Super Whiz Bats. So for me, my first upgrades in the laboratory when our lab is done is going to be the Yetis going up to level 3. It's going to be the wizards, so we can have super wizards level 10, and I might even after that do the wall breakers so I can have super wall breakers. Having that initial wall break is going to be nice. I don't think this is a super necessary upgrade, but if we do have a little bit left over there, we can kind of go there. Now, the nice thing about this attack is at Town Hall 13, we don't need to worry about upgrading our bat spell. It's already max level. Now, I do recommend bringing some higher level bat spells in your clan castle, but we don't need to upgrade it. We don't really need to worry about that at all. There's really no spells in here that massively need to be upgraded for that attack to work. We could go with poison spell. Poison spell is not bad, so maybe we use our hammer of spells on that poison spell. But for me, right out the gate, I'm going to be using Yeti Super Wiz Bats, and all I need to do is really upgrade the Yetis and upgrade the Super Wizards, and I will be in business. We can get away with the Super Wall Breakers a little bit later, but 2 upgrades, and we already have 1 hammer. We're going to be right there, ready to go. Now, that's not to say that other things aren't going to work well at Town Hall 13, because there's so many good attacks that do. However, some of those are going to need more upgrades, such as Queen Charge Hybrid is one of the best attacks in Town Hall 13, but you can upgrade healers, you can upgrade miners, you can upgrade heal spell, you can upgrade hog riders. That's so many upgrades, you know what I mean? Not to mention, like, if you're doing a massive Queen Charge, you might even need those wall breakers upgraded. Dragons will work really nice. Hydra dragons, drag bat will work really nice there, but if you want to run dragon riders in there, you got to get some more upgrades. You can get balloons in there, which the balloon upgrade can be really decent as well in here. But for me, it's all about that money, the Yeti Super Wiz Bats. And I'm going to show you exactly why I like this attack strategy right now. As far as spells go, getting heal spell up is nice. And Viz, you really only need if you're using like a Super Wizard blimp or Super Archer blimp. Same thing with Clone. You don't really need Clone as much. Like, jump is nice to just get that extra time, but there's none of these spells that are like crazy. Oh my god, we need to get them. I haven't really experimented with Overgrowth a lot at Town Hall 13 to really speak to that. And then a lot of it is really just based on what you use, what you attack with. I don't mind even getting Headhunters to go up with the Yeti Super Wiz Bat attack strategy. Just having 1 Headhunter in there could be really nice, but we already have them to level 2. But getting them to level 3 would be nice. But let me show you guys why I love this Yeti Super Wiz Bat strategy so much. Oh, but before we do, our bomb finished upgrading, so let's go ahead and let's just put it right back down for 1 hour. And we'll just work on that little baby bomb, because we're a little bit low on loot right now. Let's be honest with ourselves. But I just wanted to get us started here today, and I feel like we've made some really solid progress. I guess we can grab this dark elixir out of here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh no, guys, the replay I wanted to show you guys got wiped out. Oh man. So since that replay got wiped and the other ones are against rushed bases, like really badly rushed bases, let's just attack my max 13 that's going to 14 right now. With this attack, we're using 10 Yetis, 7 Super Wizards. You can throw in 1 or 2 Super Wall Breakers, depending on what you need to do. But we're going to put 2 Yetis and 2 Super Wizards in each corner. We want to go in to get as much of the splash out as possible. I'm going right into the Scatter Shot, the Eagle, and then that main compartment right there. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our Yetis in there to start a funnel. We're going to go ahead and Wall Breaker here. I'm going to put the Log Launcher up top just to get everything open. Now, my Warden equipment isn't optimal here, and we don't have the Royal Champion, who comes in really clutch a lot of time on this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop the King ability since that single is locked onto him, and we're going to go ahead and just work that through there. Since that's going to wear off, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my freezes just to protect my King a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and Rage right up the middle here. We'll pop King ability just to get everything working towards the middle. Then we'll send in these Headhunters to work towards those enemy heroes as well. All right, nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Minion Prince kind of down here, kind of how I would normally use the Royal Champion. I think that's a good use of him. I don't know. It's hard not having the Royal Champion, but having Minion Prince is nice. Also, Minion Prince has level 1 equipment here, so that could be even dicier. The main thing here is we want to get these multis out of the middle and get as much of the splash down as possible. With that second multi going down, we can go ahead and we can be ready to start our bats. We're going to go ahead and we're going to actually, let's just let the Queen work here. We can start our Bat Bomb right on top of this. Normally, I would bring the Royal Champion with the Bat Bomb and just kind of let her follow them around. But since we don't have her, we're not going to worry about that. Freezing just a little bit early here just to make sure this Wizard Tower doesn't take our bats out, and then we'll save the last freeze for this final Wizard Tower right over here. Nice, guys. Yeah, we're on track here. So we're a brand new Town Hall 13 going against a max Town Hall 13, and we're gonna crush it right here. We're gonna be fine. Throw in our cleanup troops, whatever cleanup troops you like to bring. You don't really need a ton because most of the time the batch should stay up, and that's how you're gonna 3-star. Like I said, this works at 12, 13, 14, and 15. That's why I prioritize the Yeti Super Wiz in the laboratory. That's why it's my top priority, because I love this attack strategy. And then when we get Healing Tome for the Grand Warden from the Blacksmith, that's going to be incredible. So it's just going to help add to it. Not that Fireball doesn't do well. I think Fireball does a great job taking some of the damage off the base. It's really, really nice. But getting that healing tome in there, getting that extra push through the middle of the base is so, so good. So that's why we're prioritizing the Yeti Super Wiz bats in the clan castle, or in the laboratory rather. It's so, so good. And then finally, let's talk about the blacksmith a little bit. You can see the equipment that I'm using here, and getting that royal champion equipment up is going to be massive. We do have her upgrading, but I think getting just a little bit of base level on some of those equipments is going to be really, really nice. It's a little bit of a grind with like getting everything up. Like, what do you pick? And honestly, like, I kind of want to go with spiky ball on my king, but I'm kind of committed to the giant gauntlet. And now with the royal champion, I feel like we need to like get some work put in on her. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll use some of our ores, actually quite a bit of the ores, to get our rocket spear up to maybe like level 12 here. I think we can probably get level 12. Yeah, we could get level 12 here. So we can get that up a little bit, and then we can go ahead and work on the seeking shield, get that up just a little bit as well. It's a grind, man. It's a grind to get hero equipment up. Let's see if we have ores available in the trader. We do. I think we needed those, right? I think so. But it's just a grind, and you have to work at it. Oh no, we need some glow. Ugh, gross. Am I really gonna do this? Yeah, we'll do it one time. Why not? We'll do it one time. It's tough, man. It's tough. There's no easy way to really go about it, but you have to just kind of commit and work your way up. I'm not gonna really worry about Minion Prince equipment a ton because he's just gonna kind of be my backup hero. Again, I'm going to be a ground attacker at 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm really not worried about Minion Prince. Honestly, I'm a ground attacker through and through. So I love the Minion Prince as a concept, but for me, I'm really focusing on those ground and pound strategies. But this is how we're going to get started. And obviously with the Let's Play, we'll kind of work our way through here and we'll continue the grind, and I'll show this account off, especially as we have stuff freeing up and we work through here. We'll continue to work on it, but we got our hero hall up. That's huge. We got our clan castle up. That's huge. Next up, we're going to work on these army camps because, again, in the barracks is just nothing in here that I really overly need for what I use as an attacker. There's just nothing in here that's really going to benefit me as an attacker personally. And then the storages will get there as well. Again, subscribe, leave a like, come back, because we're going to have the 4-in-1 Let's Play. We'll get all these accounts going. I think the 15 is up next. I don't know. The accounts are all out of order, but we'll have the next upgrade guide as soon as it's ready. We have these accounts all going up. Hopefully you guys' CWL is going well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.